Hello, Mr. Kazim.
Hello, Fikriya and Ayhan and Shamil. Shamil, you are early today. I can't believe my eyes, Shamil. Is it you? Show me your face.
Yes.
Shamil, how are you? Long time no see. Are you sleeping now?
No.
What happened to your hair?
What happened?
It looks so nice and so long. Is everything okay, Shamil? Did you go to school today?
No.
No? When
We
will you
have
go to school?
online schools on Tuesday.
So you have school tomorrow?
Yes.
I see. Good. Fikriya, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm good. Fikriya, last time, actually, it was only you in the class, right? Or with Ayhan?
There were 4 or 5 students.
Really?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
see.
remember, actually.
Okay, good. Yeah, we are just learning and forget so quickly. Do you remember what we did last time, Fikriya?
I remember that it was same questions, but in other way.
Okay. Also, Nazlı is here, so we can start the class.
Hello.
Hi, Nazlı.
Hello.
Hi, Nazlı.
Hello. Just tell hello.
Hi, Nazlı. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear.
Very good. Very good. Long time no see, Nazlı. Last time you were absent, right? Did you go somewhere?
Last time?
Yeah. Last Friday. Or Thursday.
Friday?
Friday or
Thursday.
Thursday? Thursday.
Thursday. I was absent the whole lesson or only first part of it?
I don't know. I don't remember you. That means you were absent. Okay.
I guess.
Good. Are you ready, Nazlı? Okay, let's start. Last time, actually, I think there were only 2 students, Fikriya and maybe Ayhan, I think. So we just started this paper, P6, as you see, 2015, and we already did actually 2015 P5, right? So we did a few questions. I don't know, we can just maybe a little bit revision, okay? So then after that, we will continue from where we stopped. In question 1, fill in the blank. 6 tens, 9 ones greater than 7 is the same as 1 10, 6 ones less than what? In this kind of questions, okay, immediately just what is unknown, right? Let me just put here X. At the time, how will you read this? 6 tens, 9 ones, that is 69. And what number is 69 greater than 7? That is 69 plus 7 is the same as, that's equal to 6 1 10 6 ones less than X. We should understand this well. Less than X means that is X minus 16. So this one is 76. What is X? That is 76 plus 16. That's equal to 92. So the answer is 92. And also, actually, we did this question, and maybe a few times we did this question. It says if the length of the square is 16, right? If the length is 16 and the height of the triangle is 21, and I think you must remember this question. And what is one side of the equal triangle? So since actually it is an equilateral triangle, all sides are equal. And it says that we are just using the same pieces to make a triangle and the square. That means that their areas must be equal to each other. What is the area of the triangle? That's equal to 1 over 2 times height. That's equal to 21 times base. And what is the area of the square? That is 16 times 16. Now from here, if you multiply both sides by 2 and divide by 21, we get A. A equals 2 times 16 times 16 and divided by 21. Because 2, right, it will go to the other side like multiplication, and 21 is multiplied, so the other side will be divided. 16 times 16, 256, and multiplied by 2, that's equal to 512 over 21. So now by long division, because you are not allowed to use a calculator in Sasmo, 512 is divided by 21. So here we have 2. 2 times 21 is 42. Subtract here, that's equal to 9. 92, we have 4. 4 times 21, that's equal to 84. And subtract this 80. And point, right here we have 3. And 3 times 21, 63. Now I can stop because here in the question, they're not asking the exact value, right? Correct to the nearest whole number. We know that after the decimal point, if it is less than 5, we can just drop this. So that's equal to 24. The answer is 24. Fikriya, can you read the question and explain this to us?
Yes. An operator acts on two numbers to give the following outcomes. 3, 2 is equal to 65.
You
5
can just
and
read it as
3.
star. Okay, you can just read it. 3 star 2 equals 65.
Okay. 6 star 1 is equal to 67. 9 star 4 is equal to 3613. What is 7 star 5 equal to? Now, star means like 3 multiplied by 2 is equal to 6. And then 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. And the same thing we do with 5 star 3, 6 star 1,
Sir,
9 star 4.
Okay, continue.
Okay, and 7 star 5 will be 7 multiplied by 5, it's equal to 35. And 7 plus 5, 12. So the answer is C.
Very good. So here, what is the operation doing here? The operation doing here, actually just we need to multiply these two numbers and add them, right? And right after that, just write them next to each other. 3 times 2 is 6, 3 plus 2 is 5, so it is 65. 5 times 3, 15, and 5 plus 3, 8. Just write them next to each other, right? That is 158. 6 times 1, 6, 6 plus 1, 7, so that is 6, 7. 9 times 4, 36. 9 plus 4, 13, and 33, 6. Now, if I just apply the same rule to this, 7 times 5, 35. 7 plus 5, 7 times 5, 35. 7 plus 5 is 12. So the answer is C. Okay. And that's the easy question. I will skip this. It says that 6 to the power of 10. We know that if you just raise 6 to any power, the last digit will be 6, right? It is 6. 6 squared, 36. The last digit is 6. 6 cubed, 216. The last digit is 6. So 6 to the power of 10. And also the last digit will be 6. Actually, we have 3 digits, right? Actually, 0 even. Including the 0, we have 4. And for example, 0 to the power of anything, let's say 2015, for example, the last digit will be 0. And 1 to the power of 2015, for example, I'm just writing some number, right? You can write any number, 2015, 2021, even 1 million. The last digit will be 1. And how about 5? Also any number, let's say 2021. That means that if you multiply 5 by itself 2021 times, still the last digit of the result will be 5. And one more number is, it is 6. 6 to the power of 2021, the last digit is 6. These are important numbers. And later I will talk about them in detail, and that much is enough for now. Shamil, can you read the question?
Yes. Find the missing term in the following sequence: 2, 5, 10, 17, and 37.
So what number is missing, Shamil? What do you think? Here, 2 plus what number is 5? It is plus 3. 5 plus, 5 is 10. 10 plus 7, right? These are odd numbers, so here it should be 17 plus 9. 17 plus 9 is 26. So the answer is 26.
Okay.
Fikriya, read the question again and explain to us. It will be revision for you, Fikriya. I think we already did this together.
Who?
Fikriya.
Okay. A whole number multiplied by itself will give a special number type of numbers called perfect squares. Example of perfect squares are 9, 3 by 3, and 16, 4 by 4. A perfect square year is a year which is perfect square. When was the previous perfect square year?
So actually, you know about this, right? Maybe you studied this in primary 3 or 4. 1 squared, right? 1 squared, 2 squared, 3 squared. What are those numbers? They are 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 100. These are perfect squares. This is how we call them. Why? Because they are a square of a natural number. And also now using this one, we are just giving a special name to some years. If the year is, like, for example, we use numbers to count our years. Right now, current year is 2021. If our year is the square of any natural number, we call this a perfect square year. But in the question is asking that when was the previous perfect square year? So now we know that here we are in 2021, right? And if you notice here, the next year, after a few years, it will be 2025. It will be 2025. So what is 2025? That's equal to 45 squared. So that is our next perfect square year. Then what is the previous one? The previous one should be 44 squared. What is 44 squared? That is 1936. So the previous perfect square year was 1936. Nazlı, did you understand it?
Yes, I did.
Very good. Okay. Nazlı, read the question.
Okay, if the 5-digit number is 2,000
No, you can just read it 2, 3, 4, 5,
345
n.
n is divisible by 6, find n.
Okay. So Nazlı, what numbers are divisible by 6 if the numbers are divisible by 2 and 3? And we know that actually every even number is divisible by 2. But here, all numbers are even. So what numbers are divisible by 3 if the sum of the digits is divisible by 3? So that is 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus m. That's equal to 5, 9, 14, 14 plus n. So for this number to be divisible by n, this 14 plus n should be divisible by 3. So it is
4.
0, cannot be equal to 0, 2, 16, 4, 18. So 18 is divisible by 3. So n
I
must
think
be
n is 4, yeah. It's
good.
4.
Very good. Fikriya, read the question and tell us how can we solve this problem?
Okay, how many rectangles are there in a 4 by 4 square grid? Note, a square is also a rectangle. So just we need to find how many squares firstly are there, then how many rectangles, and that's it.
Okay.
And that's 60.
Good.
100.
So here it is 4 by 4, right? We need to count all the squares whose length is 4 or less than 4. That is 1 by 1 squares, 2 by 2 squares, and 3 by 3 squares, and 4 by 4 squares. Okay, and after that we will count rectangles. What kind of rectangle do we have here? We have 1 by 2 rectangle, 1 by 3 rectangle, 1 by 4 rectangle. And also here we have 2 by 3 rectangle, 2 by 4 rectangle. And after that also here we have 3 by 4 rectangle. When we just say 1 by 2 rectangle, we are considering two different, right? One is horizontal, another one is rectangle. vertical. This one 1/2, and also this one 1/2. We just consider this as the same rectangles, and that's why if this one is 1/2 rectangle, and also we have another one like this vertical. Okay, so just to count this first, we just count the horizontal to 1/2 rectangles and just multiply them by 2. Anyway, how many 1/1 squares are there here? Nazlı, let me ask you. Shamil, you count 2/2, Fikriye 3/3, and the Sadik 4/4. Shamil, how many 1/1 squares are there?
1/1 squares, there are 16.
16. How about 2/2?
4.
9. For example, 1, 2, 3, right?
Oh,
4,
okay.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So here we have 9 2/2 squares. And how many 3/3 squares, Fikriya?
4.
We have 4, right? If you look at this, for example, this one, 3/3, right? 1. Another one is this one, 2, and move down, it is 3, and this one is 4. So here we have 4, and 4/4, it is only 1. So how about 1/2? I'll just count the horizontal ones and multiply by 2, right? So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 times 2, so that is 24 1/2 squares. How many 1/3 square rectangles do we have here? 1/3, it is 1 here, right? And another one is here. In the same way, we have 4 lines, it is 8. 8 times 2, that is 16. And how about 1/4? As here, this one is 1/4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And also vertical one, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 8. Fikriye, how many 2/3? Can you count?
Okay, 1 second. Is it 12?
Yes, it is 12, right? Because this one is 2/3, 1, and move 1 unit and 2 units down. So it is 1, and this one is 2, and this one is 3, and this one is 4, and this one is 5, and this one is 6, and the 12, also vertically. And how about 2/4? 2/4, here we have 1, right? And here we have 2, and here we have 3, and also vertical is 3, so it is 6. And how about 3/4? 3/4, and just count it from here, that is 1, and move down, that's another 1, and also vertically the same thing, here we have 4. And if you just count all together, here we have 16 plus 9, 25 plus 4 plus 1, here we have 30. And how about here? It is 40, 60, and 70, right? Altogether, 30 plus 70, we have 100 rectangles. Sadik, are you here?
Yes.
Why are you so quiet? Sadik, read the question.
Okay. The height of a man is 160 centimeters. Correct to the nearest centimeter. What is the lowest possible height of the man?
Yes, what is the lowest possible height of the man? Fikriye, can you explain this question?
149.
149?
0.5.
It is this, right? Because if you round this off, it is 150. That is smaller than 149.9.
Yes.
That is the lowest one. Okay. And also this question, guys, I will show you one more time. Okay, in this kind of fractions, okay, if we have fraction.
Mr. It's B.
Yes, it is B. And how do we do that? First, look, I'm just going to use this method. We know that if you're given a fraction, A over B, if you multiply numerator and denominator by the same number, it does not change, right? First, if you simplify this part, okay, let me just simplify this part. Number one, it is 3 over 4 plus 5 over 6. Here, denominator is 6. I'm going to multiply numerator and denominator by 6. 6 times 3 in the numerator, we have 18. 6 times 4, 24. And 6 times 5 over 6, that's just equal to 5, which is equal to 18 over 29. So now the second step is what we have here. We have here 1 over 2 plus 18 over 29. Now again, I multiply numerator and denominator by 29. So which is equal to, here we have 29. 29 times 2, that is 58. And 29 times 18 over 29, that's equal to 18, which is equal to 29 over 76. Okay, Fikriya, again, your turn. Okay, read it and explain to us. Let's skip this because I really want to. Okay, all right, that's the last question, I think. Fikriya, can you read and explain? And how do we find palindromic numbers? And how about it is 5-digit number or 6-digit number?
Okay, a palindromic number is a whole number that read the same forward and backward. For example, 1221 is a palindromic number. How many 4-digit palindromic numbers are there?
Fikriya, how are you joining this class?
So
With
for
laptop or
which
iPad or
like
tablet?
iPad, I
Okay.
use iPad.
Do you have a pen? Can you write on the screen?
Yes.
Okay, can you explain this writing on the screen?
Okay, I will try.
You know
Okay,
how to write?
now
Okay, good. Very good.
there are 4 numbers. Then we need to find how many digits are needs to be on the first place. So for the first place, I think there needs to be 9 digits.
Why 9?
9. I don't know.
Because in math, how many digits do we have? We have 10 digits, right? Here we have 0, 1, 2, 3, and 8 and 9. Right? We
Yes,
use these
and
digits to make a number.
but 0 is not in count.
If you actually put 0 here, it will not be a 4-digit number. It's asking 4-digit number. So I cannot use 0 for the, I cannot write 0 in the first place. But I can put any number except for 0. That's why we have 9 choices. That's why we have only 9. I mean, we have 9 choices for the first digits.
Yes. So for second place, there is 10 digits.
Can you write 9 there?
Yes.
Okay.
Then for second place, 10.
Because it can be any digits.
0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 digits. For third, also 10.
No. Third cannot be 10, Fikriya. Because palindromic, right? It means that the first and the last, it must be the same. And second and the third, it must be the same. So whatever you write here, it must be the same. So I have only one choice here. Also the first one and the
Yes.
last, it must be the same. Also, I have only one choice here.
Okay. So then we multiply 9 by 10 and by 1 and 1. And so B. I think it will be B.
So the answer is D. Because palindromic means here we are going to form 4-digit number, right? And that means that it actually reads the same forward and backward. What does it mean? It means that first and the last, they are the same. Second and fourth, it must be the same. And to generate palindromic number, let's say whatever I write here, I have 9 choices here. And also it must be the same with the first one. So I have only one choice here. Like for example, let's say if I write 2, I'm going to write some digits here. Also, it must be 2. Otherwise, it will not be a palindromic number. So then here, if it is 3, for example, and also this one must be 3. Otherwise, this number will not be a palindromic number. For the second one, I have 10 choices, but third one, I have 1 choice. Very simple counting principle. Now, how many such numbers do we have? Just we need to multiply them. 9 times 10 times 1 times 1. So altogether, we have 90 palindromic numbers. And if you ask me to write a few of them, for example, starting from the first one, right? It is 1001, 1000, 1011, 1221, 1331, 1441. And here we have 1991, right? And continue. Here we have 2002, 2112, 2332, and continue 2992, right? I can just continue. How many such numbers do we have here? Let's see, here we have 90. Because let's see here from here 0 and until 9. We have each group, we have 10. How many groups do we have? Actually, we have 9 groups from 1 to 9. Anyway, let's move to the next question. So we will continue from here. Shamil, can you read the question?
A bag contains some sweets that can be divided equally among 3, 4, 6, or 7 children. With no remainder. What is the smallest possible number of sweets in the bag?
What do you think, Shamil? What is the smallest possible number of sweets in the bag? How do we solve this problem? Just tell me the method. How do you solve this problem? Finished? But you said only one game. Here, my son is playing game from morning till evening. I don't know how can I make him study math. He thinks he's so smart. Okay, guys, here anyway, a bag contains some sweets that can be divided equally among 3, 4, 6, and 7 children with no remainder. What is the smallest possible
The answer
number?
is 84.
So that is 84,
84.
right? Because just to answer this question, we need to find the least common multiple of 3, 4, 6, and 7. And how do you find this? Even if they don't give the answer here, that's the question. 3, 4, 6, and 7. I can divide it first. The smallest prime number is 2. Start with 2. It is 3, 2, 3, 7. Still we have 2 divided by 2. It is 3, 1, 3, 7. Now divide by 3. It is 1, 1, 7. And divide by 7, 1. So the least common multiple of these numbers is 2 times 2 times 3 times 7. That's equal to 84. So now if we have 84 sweets, I can actually divide equally among 3, 4, 6, or 7 children. That means in the class, if we have 3 children or 4 or 6 or 7, actually we can just share them equally among these students. Actually, it's about least common multiple problem. Next question. Ayhan, are you here?
Yes. Yes.
Ayhan, can you read this question?
Okay. Given that X
Times Y times Z given that x times y times z equals 2015. And x, y, and z
And
are whole numbers. Okay, Ayhan, are you reading?
I don't know.
Okay, x, y,
Such
and z.
that
All right. So x, y, and z are whole numbers such that x is less than y and y is less than z. How many possible triples x, y, z are there? Guys, you have 1.5 minutes for think, okay, to answer this question. First, you should write 2015 as a product of prime numbers. And after that, you can just answer this question, okay? You have 1.5 minutes. Think, okay,
Mister,
Shamil? Yes.
it asks how many possible triples are there. I do not understand what means triples. How many possible triples are there?
Yes,
I do
how
not
many possible
understand the question.
triples? That's right. Like, for example, if we have 30, right? And let's say here we have A times B times C is equal to 30. And how many triples we have so that A is less than B, less than C? How can I write this one? For example, I can write it as 1 times 2 times 15, right? Or I can write it as 1.
Yes.
Okay. 1 times 2 times 15, it is 30. Do we have any other option? Because this 30, I can actually 30, we know that 30 is equal to 2 times 3 times 5. Another one is I can also write it as 1 times 5 times 6 is also 30. Another one is, for example, I can write it as 1 times 5 times 6, right? And also I can write it as what? I can write it as 2
5.
times 3 times 5. And also it is 30, right? And also I can write it as 1 times 2 times 15, 156, right? Or 15 and the 3, 2, 3, 5. That's it. Can we just write this in any different way? Fikriya, what do you think? 1 to 15, 156, 2, 3, 5. That's all, right?
We can write, but we can write in opposite, like 165, like that.
It says that A is less than B, B is less than C.
Okay,
You should
then
actually numbers should be in ascending order from the smallest to the biggest. So anyway, here we have 3 ways, right? 3 ways. So in similar way for 2015, right? How many possible triples are there? Okay, guys, think a little bit. After that, let's discuss. First, give a try. If you know the answer, just leave it to the chat box. Let's see. Fikriye, any answer?
No.
No, why not? Shamil, Ayhan, Sadiq. It's not so hard question, Fikri. How come you cannot solve this problem?
No, I have
This 2015, number one, as you see here, it's not divisible by 3, but the last digit is 5, so it's divisible by 5. If you divide it by 5, 5 times 2,400, right? So that's equal to 403. Is 403 is a prime number? We don't know. Just try. Is it divisible by 2? No. By 3? No. By 5? No. By 7? 35, 53? No. By 11? No. By 13? Yes. Right? If you can divide 403 by 13. So 40, it is 3. 3 times 13 is 39. And here we have 1, 3, it is 1. So anyway, I can write it as 5 times 13 times 31. Now, as you see here, it is very similar to this 30 question, right? So now the first way is, how can I write in such a way that x should be less than y should be less than z? Now from here, the first one is, I can just write 5 times 13 times 31. That is equal to 2015. That is our first way. The second way is, how about like this? 1 times 5 times 13 times 31, that's equal to 403. And also that's equal to 2015. And the second one is, how about like 1 times, okay, 1 times 31, because 31, and just combining these two. 5 times 13, that's equal to 65. Also, it is 2015, right? Fikriya, do you see any other way?
Can it be 13, no, 1, 13, and
Yes, 1, 13, and 155, right?
yes,
Yes, that's it, I think. We don't have any other. So how many? Is that all? 5, 30, 31, 1, 5, 403, 1, 31, 65, 1, 13, 155, and that's it. Yes, that's it. So we have 4 ways, right? We have 4 different ways. Okay,
okay.
good. Fikri, read the question since you are here.
Okay, Daniel wants to cut rectangular card of length 3 centimeter by 2 centimeter from a rectangular sheet, uh, 50 centimeter by 19 centimeter. Find the biggest number of cards that can be cut from this sheet.
Okay, guys, that's also a bit challenging question. You need to think, okay? I don't only need your answer, also I want to know your method. How are you cutting this? Okay, we are talking about the card. Suppose that you have a big rectangular sheet, okay, that is 50 centimeters by 19 centimeters, and you are going to cut small rectangular cards whose dimensions are 3 by 2 centimeters. And maximum, it's the biggest number, right? The greatest number. Maximum, how many we can cut? Okay, just think, okay, 1.5 minutes. After that, we will discuss together. Nazlı, are you solving?
Yes.
How are you solving, Nazlı? How?
I'm solving like this. 6 divide 19.
No, no, no.
She no no no. I missed that 15 part. I'm 6 divided by 50 multiplied by 19.
Okay, but here, you know, we are just cutting this rectangular card, so you may not be able to cut this. Maybe I should get the right answer. I don't know, but here, this size, as you see here, the 50, it is divisible by 2, but not divisible by 3. This 19, it's not divisible by 3, it's not divisible by 2. And that's why you cannot divide this. It may work, Nazlı, but sometimes it may not work, okay? Because, for example, I give you one example. If you're talking about this rectangle, let's say, okay? So the length is, let's say it is 1, okay? And the length, let's say, is equal to 12. So what is the area? 12 times 1, that's equal to 12 centimeters. And what is the area of this one? 3 times 2, it is 6. Now, if you just divide 12 by 6, we can get 2, right? But here from this, I cannot get any rectangular paper whose dimensions are 3 by 2. Because as you see, it's so thin. I cannot just cut it off and after that stick this together. We cannot do that, okay? So that's why just finding the area and divide it, actually your answer may not be correct. It may work, but it may also not work. Okay, Fikriya, I'm listening to you. Do you get anything?
Yes, I got A 144.
Okay. Look, now let me just do like this. I am going to use, okay. So look, actually here, let me just start from first. We know that its length, right? It is 50 and it is width, it is 19. All right. Now from here, first, I am going to divide this into 2 parts. Okay. So this 50, right? And until it is 3, so it is 16. Okay. If it is 16, it's 15, 4. Okay, 4 and 2. All right. I'm just will cut from here. Okay. So what we have here we have this part is, it is 4 centimeters. And this remaining part is, what is it? It is 15 centimeters. Okay. So if it is 15, we know that 15 is equal to 5 times 3. And how about 50? 50 is 25 times 2, right? So I can just cut this into how many the small rectangular cars of length 3 by 2. So here we have 3, 3, and 3, right? How many? 5. And 2, 2, 2, 2, how many? 25. So here we have 25 times 5. Here we have, I can cut 125 rectangular cars of length 3 centimeters by 2 centimeters. So now this one is remaining part, right? This one is remaining part. Again, I will cut this into 2 parts. Still the length is, it is 50 centimeters. Now I will cut from here again. It is 50, right? So actually I can just write 50 as 48 plus 2. Okay, so I will just cut from here. So if you just cut from here, right? So this will be, the length will be 46. Let me not write, anyway, this length will be 48, right? 48, and width, we know that it is 4. So this 48 is equal to 16 times 3, and this 4 is 2 times 2. So how many, again, rectangular cars of length 3 by 2 we can cut out from here? That is 16. This part is, let me just write here, it is 16 times 2. I can get 32. So now I have, from here, I have 125. From the second part, I have 32. Right, that's equal to 157. But if you look at this part, still I have one more, right? What is it? It is 4 by, what is it? This one is 2. So 4 by 2, actually I can just cut one more card from here because 4 is 3 plus 1. 3 plus 1, so it is 3 and 2, I have one more. And plus 1 altogether, we can cut 158. So the answer here is, the answer is 158, I can cut. Sadiq, did you understand?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
not very much.
Fikriye, how about you? Okay. Sadiq, I suggest you need to try one more time. It's not a difficult question, but just we are trying to solve this problem in an artistic way, okay? If we are like carpenter, for example, right? We don't want to waste any material because especially if you're using expensive material and you have a rectangular sheet of some kind of material, very expensive, its dimensions are 50 by 19, and you have to cut 3 by 2 rectangular cards from here, for example. You have to cut in such a way that you will waste minimum amount of material. Okay, at the time you need to think a little bit mathematically and solve this problem. Okay, let's move to the next question. Sadiq, read the question.
A train travels at speed of 90 kilometers per hour. The length of the train is 300 meters. Find the time taken by the train to pass completely through a 45-kilometer tunnel.
Okay. A train travels at a speed of 90 kilometers per hour. The length of the train is 300 meters. Find the time taken by the train to pass completely through a 4.5 kilometer tunnel. So we are talking about a train and a tunnel. So suppose that this is our tunnel, a long tunnel. Okay. So that's our tunnel, that's the entrance, and this leaving. So that's our railway, right? The train is coming, enters, and leaves. Okay. And suppose that also train is coming here. Its length is, let's say it is something like this. That's our train. Yes.
The answer is 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
No.
No.
Okay. So the length of the tunnel is, what is it? The length of the tunnel is 4.5 kilometers. Sadiq, how did he get it?
First of all, to find the time, I just divide like 3. I put for the 3 minutes, and I divided 90 from 90 divide 4.5, and I got 20.
You divide 90 by 4.5. Why are you dividing 90 by 4.5?
Because in science we have learned that to find the time we just divide distance and speed to get the time.
Okay, so you are saying that time is equal to distance over speed, right? So what is the
Yes.
distance here? Did you find the distance?
Distance is 4.5.
No, that's not. Because here, Sadiq, the question is, the length of the train is 300 meters, right? So the length of the
Yes.
train is, let me just change this into kilometers. So that's equal to 0.3 kilometers. So actually, Sadiq, you are standing here, okay? And your brother is standing here. and both of you are holding some kind of, what is it? Some kind of timer watch. Okay. So when it actually the train enters the tunnel, right? You just start counting, and the tunnel is moving throughout the tunnel, right? And after that, actually, it should leave, right? And leaves means here, the head of the train is here, right? Leaving means that the head is entering here, right? The first part of the train, and the back of the train is leaving here. So what is the distance traveled by actually the head of the train? It is this distance, right? From here until here. So here then the distance is equal to the length of the tunnel plus the length of the train. That's equal to 4.8 kilometers. The distance covered by the train is this much until it leaves the tunnel completely. Now I can use that formula then. What is time? Time is equal to total distance traveled by total, the speed, average speed. Distance equals 4.8 kilometers. And how about speed? Speed is 90 kilometers. So if you divide this, actually it is hour, right? So to change this is hour. To change this hour into minutes, we need to multiply this by 60. So that's equal to times 60 minutes, which is equal to these two cancel each other, and 6 by 9, it is 2, it is 3, and 4.8 is divided by 3, it is 1.6 times 2. That's equal to 3.2 minutes. So again, I should change this into seconds, right? I can write it as 3 minutes plus 0.2 seconds minutes. 0.2 minutes, we should multiply this by 60 to change this into seconds, which is equal to 3 minutes, and the 60, it is equal to 12 seconds. So that means that the train leaves the tunnel completely in 3 minutes and 12 seconds. Okay. Fikri, are you here?
Yes, I understood. Thank you.
Very good. Guys, Nazlı, Shamil, Fikriye, Ayhan, whoever here, okay? As you know that the question from 1 to 15, they are easy questions, all right? At least you need to practice these questions. And 16 to 25, they are a little bit harder questions. So next time we will practice these questions, but if possible, if you practice for at home and come to the class, we will go much faster. Only 3 weeks left, okay? Nazlı, Shamil, Fikriye, Ayhan, you need to practice as many questions as possible. After that, you will have rest, okay? So maybe for a long time, you're going to have rest. Only 3 weeks left. Put a little bit more effort and try to practice more questions. Okay, guys. Thank you very much. Fikriye, what is our next class? Thursday or Friday?
Thursday.
Thursday. Okay, then. Okay, I will see you on Thursday. Okay, guys. Bye-bye. See you on Thursday.
Bye bye. Bye.
Goodbye.